Good morning. This is Jack from Charting the Markets Crypto, and this is the pre-market webinar for the morning of Thursday, the 31st of October. My disclaimer: I do this for educational purposes only. I'm here to share my technical analysis with you. Some of what I'm doing, learn from it, transfer it to your own charts. I'm not here to issue trading signals. Right. Okay. Yesterday, I was looking at the possible high level we've reached on crypto here, but basically I was also really looking at the little retracement that we're likely to be having here. On Bitcoin, we have seen a modest retracement. We're pretty close to the retest of the all-time high, and regardless of what else happens and whether we're making a significant high here, I would expect to probably see a retest of that high in the next few days. On the hourly chart, we've got an RSI 14 sell signal fixed, and this looks an awful lot like an ABC flag forming. If so, I'd be looking for a move down into about these 70,500 area, probably next, maybe a little lower. But if we're forming a little flag, setting up a retest this high here at 73.6, and obviously there would be a very good opportunity there to retest 73.8, then that would be the obvious next move, and that would likely get this RSI 14 sell signal into the target. All right, looking at Ethereum. You can see what I was talking about on the post, which is that it's very possible this is forming an overall bear flag or bearish triangle. And we haven't broken up far enough on Ethereum really to rule that out. So that is another strike in favor possibly of seeing a sizable retracement here. We had a weak RSI 14 sell signal fixed here. We are probably forming a flag here too, although there are other options, and we're on a weak RSI 14 sell signal, which hasn't yet reached the possible near miss target. I'm expecting to see at least a little more downside. Looking at Solana, we've got a possible daily RSI 14 sell signal brewing now, and we have had basically a perfect touch of the flag resistance. Now, one of the options, of course, at flag resistance is to reverse there and come back to flag support, which could potentially take us back to the 105 area. I'm not expecting to see that. But I am aware that we've got a possible daily RSI 14 sell signal brewing, that we've got a potential double top here. This is an inflection point. Personally, I'm thinking we'll see a more modest retracement and then we'll probably see a breakup. But it's always worth being aware of possible inflection point setups where it could go down a lot, because when it goes down a lot, it can do that rather suddenly. I remember actually watching the market with Matt a few weeks ago, and I think we went, I told him if it got down below 160, then we were likely going significantly lower. And actually, it went down from 160 to almost 145 in minutes. And that is something that can happen. So when it goes, it really goes. It's so my lean is still to the upside. But I am watching carefully to see whether this potential topping setup might turn into something larger. And if we do see a sustained break below 159, the target would currently be, without a higher high, would currently be a move to the 135 to 139 area, which would obviously be a sizable move. Break us back below the daily middle band, break us back below the 50 DMA, break us back below the 200 DMA. That would be a sizable move, and that would potentially open up a move of the flag support, which I'm not expecting to see, but the risk is something to be aware of. All right, great. In that case, I think that's pretty much a wrap, except we've got an hourly RSI 14 sell signal fixed on Solana, but that reached the possible near miss target yesterday. So I'm disregarding it. But in the short term, have a look at what we've got here. We've got a potential little head and shoulders. If we see a sustained break below, that could have a target in the 163 area and get us pretty close to that double top support. So as I said, I'm not favoring the downside here, but there is a potential pattern setup to deliver it, and it is well worth watching. All right, great. Let's have a quick look at questions. I think that's a wrap. So we will see how it goes. All right, great. I'll have this posted in a few minutes with the supporting charts for today. But basically, just to recap, Bitcoin looks like an ABC forming, leaning towards seeing a move into the 7,500 area, and that should make the RSI 14 sell signal target. Ethereum is also on an hourly sell signal, and likely needs a bit lower. Solana, I'm watching this potential little head and shoulders as part of this potential larger double top. So watching that, if we break down back down below the 173 area. That would have a target in the 163 area. Could be looking at this, but I'm really leaning more to the upside. I'm looking for a limited retracement here. We shall see how it goes. All right, great. In that case, I think that's a wrap. I'll catch you guys later, and I'll have everything posted ASAP.